Hi, and welcome to BremSter Puzzles and back to the World Puzzle Federation 2016 Round 2 with the Anti-Knight Sudoku from this pack, which is a puzzle, it's another puzzle by Zoran Tanasic. This entire pack was created by puzzle creators from Serbia, and this is a 45-point Anti-Knight puzzle. So Anti-Knight being... well, yeah, I'll cover the rules in a minute. Now, there'll be a link below to where you can try this puzzle for yourself, as well as to the entire World Puzzle Federation archive. And if you want to understand more about how the points work, I went over it in detail in the first puzzle in this series, Classic Sudoku 1. So, yeah, let's go through the rules and then try the puzzle. So what do we have? We have normal Sudoku rules apply. So in every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. And then the ruling here, again, I'm not a fan of it, but it is 10 years old and I'm preserving it. So kind of as a time capsule of what it was like. Numbers placed in cells related by a chess knight's move must be different. What does that mean? So any two cells that could be connected by this shape, whether you're doing it like that or like that, any way that you could connect two cells using this L shape, they cannot contain the same digit. So those two cells, this could not be a 7 because you cannot connect those. This couldn't be a 7 because I could draw the shape. This can't be an 8 because I could draw that shape. Those two cells cannot be the same. Those two cells cannot contain the same digit. Basically, any time that you could draw this shape between two cells, any way that you do it, it doesn't matter about the rotation or the orientation, any way that you could draw that shape between two cells, the digits in those two cells at the ends must be different. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. Serendipitously, when I marked this, and I was possibly doing it because I was solving in advance, 7 and 7 means 7 has to go in one of those two, but that 7 sees that one by knight's move, therefore that can't be the 7, and this becomes the 7. Now 7 is down here in one of these three by Sudoku, so I could pencil mark that because I'm about to remove that one by knight's move, and I'm about to remove that one by knight's move. That becomes a 7, putting 7 in one of those two. But that 7 sees this one by knight's move, so that's not the 7, that's the 7, which puts 7 in one of those two by Sudoku, but by knight's move, can't be a 7, so that's the 7. And now by Sudoku, I can place the last 7. Nice and simple. 2 now is in one of those two by Sudoku. 2 can't be in any of those, however, because 2 here, this 2 sees those by Sudoku, this one by knight's move like that, and this one by knight's move like that. So 2 can't be in any of those cells, so that's the 2, looking across saying that's not the 2, that's the 2. 2 and 2 puts 2 in one of those three, but both of those two see that one by knight's move, that one sees that one by knight's move, so that's the 2. 2 can't be in that cell, that 2 sees that one and that one, so that's a 2. Putting 2 down here, but by Sudoku, that 2 sees this one, so this is a 2. Now 2 is in one of these three, but that can't be a 2 because of either Sudoku or knight's move. Knight's move from here or Sudoku from here. 2 is also in one of those two because of Sudoku, and I don't see how to resolve that one yet. So let's look for something else. 4 and 4 just places that 4 by Sudoku. So now 4 can't be in any of those. So 4 is in one of those two. Now 4 is in one of those two by Sudoku. 4 is in one of the, 4 is placed in this box because 4 has to be in one of those. That 4 sees that cell, that 4 sees that cell, that 4 sees that cell, and by knight's move, it also sees that cell. So that's a 4, putting 4 in one of those two. And now the question becomes, where is 4 in this column? Can't put 4 here by Sudoku, 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 so that's the 4. Which means 4 is up here and it must be there. And I don't see how to resolve those. Yes, I do. That 4 sees that one by knight's move. So those become the 4s and those are not the 4s. Because once I make this the 4, that can't be the 4 and that has to. And that's all the 4s done. Okay, next. What is the next most restricted digit? 9. That 9 sees all of those. So 9 must be in one of those two. And those two 9s mean 9 must be in one of those two, which is going to place that 9. If this, well, the other way to look at it is if this is a 9, where do I put 9 in box 9? Because that 9 sees all 3 of those cells by Sudoku and that one by Knight's Move, and those are already filled. If I make that a 9, there's no 9 in box 9. So that's the 9. And that sees those two cells by either Sudoku or Knight's Move. So 9 is in one of those two. That 9 is looking across saying, not there, that's the 9. I didn't even see that 9 at first, but it didn't need to. That puts 9 in one of those two. 9 can't be in either of those because that cell sees that one by Knight's Move, that one by Sudoku. So 9 is in one of those 3. Don't know that I want to mark that yet. Well, 9 is in one of those two. Right. So now where's 9 in this box? 9 can't be in those. 9 can't be here by Sudoku, and 9 can't be here, because if 9 was here, this sees both of those, and I couldn't put 9 in box 1. So 9 is in one of those two. This is a common trick. Whenever you have a pair of digits like this in a Knight's Move puzzle next to each other, anything that is 2 cells away can't be a 9. Because this, either of these two cells, if either of these were a 9, it would eliminate both of those 9s. Because this one would see this one by Sudoku and that one by Knight's Move. This one would see that one by Sudoku and that one by Knight's Move. So whenever you get a pair like this, the ones that are 2 away from them, particularly where they cross box borders, can't be the same digit. And this was happening here with the 2s as well. Those 2s would have meant those 2 can't be 2s, and those 2 would have meant those 2 can't be 2s. But it was way more powerful here because now 9 has to be in one of these 3, but this 9 says not here. So 9 is in one of those 2, and 9 is in one of these 2. And that's the restriction I get on 9s. Now, I might be able to take that further if I was to do some colouring, but I'm going to look for other things first. Such as 5 in this box is in one of those 2. 3 is in one of those 2 because this 3 sees that one and that one, but I have to put a 3 in this row somewhere. 8 in this box? Yes, 8 in this box. This 8 sees both of those, so that is where the 8 has to be, and these are 1 and 6. Which means that can't be a 1 or a 6 because that sees both of those cells, that one in the column and that one by Knight's Move. But I'm not sure what to do with that. What are these? 1, 5, 6, and 9. So this is 6 or 9 only because it can't be... Oh, sorry, 1, 5, 6, 9, and it can't be 5 or 9. This is 1 or 6 only, giving me a 1, 6 pair. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is an 8. Which is cool. These are all 1, 5, 6, 9. So this is 1, 5, or 6. Yeah, I'm not sure. What is this triple? 6, 8, and 9 go into those, and 9 can't be there. 8 can't be there. So 8 is in one of those two, which puts 8 in one of these. But I'm not seeing that restriction either. Ah, this 8 means 8 is not in any of those, Sudoku and Knight's Move. So 8 is in one of those two. Which means 8 is, well, I already knew 8's not in any of those, but okay. But that means 8 is in one of these 3, but not here. So 8 is in one of those 2. Is this restricted? What have we got here? 3, 5, 6, and 8. So this can't be 3, 6, or 8. This is a 5. So 5, 5 puts 5 down here in one of those two. Unfortunately, they're too far apart to be Yeah, I could have got that by Sudoku. 3 is down here as well in one of those two. So what is this triple? 1, 6, 9. And this can't be a 9. So that's a 1, 6 pair. So this is a 3, 5 pair. That's cool. And I'm not sure how to use it though. Oh, 3 in this box. It's been here since I got this 8. Where is 3 in this box? That 3 sees all of those and that one by Knight's Move. That's the 3. Now in here, 1, 2, 5, 6. Well, this can't be 1 or 5. So this is 2 or 6. This can't be 2. So 1, 5, 6. Nah, I'm doing this wrong. I feel I'm doing this wrong. I really do feel like I'm doing this wrong. Yet I don't see what to do different. If I did, I'd be solving the puzzle faster. More for your satisfaction than mine. Wow, okay. These are from 156 for the column, but I'm not seeing a restriction on those. Yeah, 1, 2, 5, 6. So these are from 156. Is it something to do with this? Like those are the same digit and therefore need to be up here. 3 is in here. Digits don't seem to be reaching far enough. What have I missed? I've got to have missed something. 8's not in any of those or any of those. 8 is over here, but I'm not seeing that either. Wow. I thought this 3-5 pair after this 1-6 pair would do something. But is it these 9s? Because we've got 9 restricted to these cells. But if this is a 9, this is a 9, making this a 9, this a 9, making this a 9, and that's all fine. If this is a 9, this is a 9, this is a 9, making this a 9 and this a 9, and that's all fine as well. I don't see how that resolves. Either of those seem possible. It's one of those two options. It's either all of the yellow digits, because if this is a 9, that becomes a 9 by Sudoku, that becomes a 9 by Sudoku. That one means that can't be, so that comes and that becomes. So it's either all of the green digits or all of the orange digits or all of the yellow digits. But none of them see each other by Knight's Move, so none of those are disproven. So the 9s aren't doing it. 1 in this column? No. 1, 5, 6, 9. Six can't be there. 9 can't be there. This is 156. I'm lost. This would be a simple spotting trick. I'm looking for the wrong digit. There'll be a simple elimination I have just not seen. That digit is just one of those 3. Then none of them are seen by Knight's move. 2, 4, 5, 2, 4. We know 5 is in one of those 2 and one of those 2. If that's a 5, that's a 5. If that's a 5, that's a 5. That doesn't do anything. If that's a 5, that's not a 5. That's a 5. That's not a 5. 5 would be in one of those. If that's a 5, there's no 5 there or there. And 5, well, there's no 5 in any of those. 5 is in one of those 3. And 5 is in one of these 2. That's potential. Oh, 5 is in one of those 2. 5 can't be here or here. 5 is in one of those 2. And if this was a 5, I could not put 5 in box 8. That's a 3, making that a 5. This is not the 5. That 3. Well, this is now the 5. Because it's the only place in the box. And this is a triple. 1, 6, 8. Meaning this is the 3. There's no 6 here. Three is now not in any of those or any of those. That 3 sees those. That 3 sees that one and that one. That's the 3. Okay, that 5 trick is what I missed. No, that's not true. I was about to say something incredibly wrong. Still, that 3, 3, 3. So 3 is in one of, 3 is right here. So how am I doing for 3s now? 3 is in one, that 3 is looking up saying not there. That's 3 taking the pencil mark place of an 8. So this is 1 or 6. But the 1 is looking, because this is 1, 6, 9, but 9 must be up here. So the 1 makes this the 6, which makes this the 8. There's no 8 here. This is a 6, 9 pair. Looking back, making this the 1, making this the 6, taking 6 out of those, which I could have done with the 6 that was here. That's fine. Now, is anything looking in at those? Not yet, but in here, I've still got to put 1, 5, 9. So this is 1, 5. I think this still is 1, 5, 9. But the 6 is looking down, making this the 1, this the 6. The 1 makes this the 6. So now 6 is definitely up here. This isn't 6. This is 1, 5, 9. And it's not 5. This is 1 or 9 because of the 5 looking down. Something in it these? Well, the 1 says that's not a 1. Okay. Very cool stuff. 2, 3, 4, 6, and 8. These are 2, 6, and 8. So 8 is in one of those 2. There's no 6 there. This is 2 or 8. There's no 2 here. This is 6 or 8, giving me a 6, 8 pair in the row. So that can't be the 8. That's the 8. So in this column, the only digits I haven't placed are 1 and 9. So this has to be 1, 9. This is 1, 5, 9. This is 1 or 9. I'm not seeing it yet. This is 1, 5, 9. Wow. It's not 9. This is a 1 or a 5. So this is 159 because 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so this is 159. But it can't be 9 because the 9 is in one of those. That's a 1 or a 5. Which... Wow. This isn't a 6. This is 1, 2, 5. The 8 says this isn't the 8. This is only 1 or 6. So what are we missing in this row? 1, 6, 9. So these are 1, 6, 9. There's no 6 there. There's no 1 there. That's a 6, 9 pair. So this is 1, 2, 5. So 5 is in one of those two, which means that can't be a 5. Because if that was a 5, I couldn't put a 5 in this box because it sees the only two places for 5. So that's not a 5. This is a 1 or a 2. So 5 is in one of those two. Oh, come on, break open. Is it a simple thing I've missed? It's got to be a simple thing I've missed. There's just a simple knight's move elimination somewhere. They can be tricky to spot. These are 159. 9 has to be in here, which means that can't be 9, but I've already got that. Five is in one of those two, which would stop any of these cells being a 5, but none of them can be. 9 is in one of those two, but I've already got that. 6 is in one of those two. That's it. Can't put 6 in any of those, because that 6 sees that one. That one can't be a 6 because of something. Oh, the 6-8 pair. Can't put 6 in any of those. 6 is in one of those two, and that cell sees that one by Sudoku and that one by Knight's Move. So that's the 9, that's the 6. The 9 makes that the 6, which makes that the 8, which makes that the 2. That means there's no 2 there. It means this is the 6, which means this isn't the 6. The 1-5 pair makes that the 2. The 1-5 pair makes that the 9. The 6 looks across, making that the 1, which makes that the 8 and that the 6. The 9 means this isn't the 9. This is the 9. We're getting down to 1-5s everywhere. We are getting down to 1-5s everywhere. Something. The 9 looks down, making that the 1, which makes that the 5, that the 1, that the 5, that the 1, which makes that the 5, that the 1, which makes that the 5. This is the 9 that hasn't been placed, looking up, making that the 1 and that the 9. That was a tricky puzzle. Took me over 20 minutes. Not a world championship time, but a lot of fun for 21 minutes. 21 and a half minutes of anti-night fun. I'll take it. Hopefully you will too. I really hope you enjoyed the puzzle. I hope you managed to spot those things that took a little bit faster than I did. Not that time matters, but I just felt like I wasn't on my A game. I don't know where I left my A game. It's possibly lost in my board game collection somewhere. Maybe I should look for it one day. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed the puzzle. I know I did. And as always, good luck with your solving.